Okay.
We don't know who's going to ask the
A,
questions.
right.
Yeah.
You have your light side,
Okay.
Novak, but you also have a very serious side at many fronts, including your backstory. In this room just about 45 minutes ago was packed with media from all over about a very important return here to this stadium after Serena's been gone for a long, long period of time. Do you think one of the things our sport can do is, because it touches so many elements, because it's so international, is reveal certain things about the nature of our being here and the nature of what's going on in our worlds? Do you think tennis has that quality?
Well, tennis is a global sport. I think it's second or third most played sport in the world. So, tennis players have a strong and long reach to, not just how they play and winning or losing matches, about what they say and what they do. It's heard to the most remote places around the world, what they have to say. So I think that influence can be used in a positive way, and can, that's something that I believe every tennis player, especially the most successful ones, should have this awareness, should understand that their contribution can be made in many different ways, not just hitting the tennis ball. So you mentioned Serena's comeback. I actually practiced on a court next to her in UCLA a few days ago in Los Angeles, and we spoke a little bit about that. And I asked her what made her change her mind after 14 years, and she said she read, I don't know, she probably mentioned she read a book about Nelson Mandela's book, and his imprisonment, and when he went out, that he actually he allowed himself forgiveness, and he became friends with people that imprisoned him. So that's something that is incredible virtue of a big man, and she used that as her inspiration, to come back here. And I'm not getting into what happened and what made her not play here 14 years. I don't remember that. I was a bit young, but it's good for the sport. She's here. This is one of the biggest events in sport we have.
And has tennis
And
helped,
sorry.
and has tennis helped do some healing in your part of the world with like Serbia?
Well, absolutely. As Nelson, and we talk about Nelson Mandela, he said that sport is the strongest probably tool that people can use for reconciliation, for peace in the world, and it has such a power and such a reach that maybe no other field of life has. So that's something that is very powerful, and it's coming from a man that is one of the people that you look up to, one of the best humans in history. So. I totally agree with that. She's number one of the world, and sooner or later she needed to come back here, and she managed. Good for her, because she managed to overcome mental challenges and certain maybe fears that have not allowed her to come back earlier. So she managed to do it. It's never too late. Now she's number one of the world. She's one of the most successful tennis players ever to play the game. She attracts a lot of attention wherever she goes, and as this being one of the largest events we have in sport, it's logical to expect that she's around here. She plays it.
Novak, some of the Serbs have spent time outside of Serbia and English-speaking countries, but some of them haven't. What's your explanation for their facility with English as a group?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, again.
Why are the Serbs so good?
You look so good today. I was not even listening. I was just looking at your hairstyle. It's so good. Sorry.
What is your explanation for the Serbians as a group, their facility with English?
Again, I didn't really understand this question.
Why
You're talking about Serbians?
Why do they speak English so well as a group?
Okay, all right.
There are very few similarities.
Thank you for speaking English right now.
I want to retract the question now.
All right. I guess in this part of the world, not just Serbians, but the ex-Yugoslavian region, Balkan region, as a matter of fact, has a lot of talent for languages. So I guess also the fact that there's a lot of history in this region of the world, this part of the world. A lot of we are in the trajectory between the east and west, and a lot of different nations have passed through our countries and left their, of course, part of their culture. Like our country, there was Turks were 500 years in our country. Then we had Germans. So we do speak. We have a lot of Turkish words inside of our own language that is alternated, towards our language, and I guess that's one of the reasons. And because Europe is so international, there's so many different nations in Europe. I mean, Serbia is only a 7 million country, where United States is 300 million a country. So it can't be compared. But of course, English is the most important language in the world, the one that is most spoken globally. So that's why I think people want to go out. They want to communicate with others. They want to welcome the foreigners in our country as well. So that's why they feel obliged to learn at least one foreign language, and that's English as a priority.
Last two questions.
Novak, do you sit down at the beginning of the year and actually set goals? I think in Australia you were saying that French obviously is a major goal, and how often do you reset the goals through the year?
Well, as I go along, obviously there are certain adjustments to the goals and to the schedule itself. But generally, I know that what are some of the highest priorities, and French Open is always one of them out there. It's no different for 2015 season, but it's still early to talk about it. I don't. The difference now and maybe to my approach to those goals and priorities a couple of years ago is that I don't put too much pressure on myself now. I don't want to take away too much of an energy of spending on thinking about will I make it or not. French Open, of course, is the Grand Slam that I never won, but I've had a lot of good tournaments there. I played a couple of times finals and got always a step closer. And I use these losses as a way to grow mentally and physically and emotionally, of course, and as a player in general, to understand what I need to do better next year. And this kind of approach allows me to enjoy my time there instead of going to the clay in Paris and thinking about will I make it this time or not. So, of course, this season starts much much better for you if you win a Grand Slam in Australia. So it's that was the case this year, and I have a strong now wind in the back and confidence that hopefully I can carry into this two large tournaments in Indian Wells and Miami, and then take it from there.
Last one here.
Djoko, what do you like to do when you are in home with Stefan? And do you think he loves dogs like you?
Well, he's here actually, and both dogs are here, so it's a kind of for me right now, speaking to you guys, it feels like a holiday. It feels like a little bit of rest. No, of course I'm kidding. It's amazing to be a father, to accomplish yourself in that field of life, and to become a parent, to share that joy of raising a child with your love, with your wife, and of course dogs are there. We consider them children, not animals. So we really take care of them, not just play with them. And they love Stefan. Stefan loves them back, and he already notices them. He knows what they are, who they are, and they're brothers. So we work as a big family.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.